everyone, I'm back. I know it's been a little while. I took a little vacation to the Bahamas. It's supposed to be Bermuda, but got switched over to the Bahamas because of all the hurricane stuff going on. Luckily, I did have a pretty good trip. There was actually no bad weather at all, unless you consider the sun and clouds bad weather. Some people do. Got a little bit of a tan, so it was nice. But yeah, I went on a little cruise. My last video had me at the beach, doing my thing. But I don't know, I just wanted to talk about it. And nothing like in particular, but just things I noticed. I think it's cool to think about those things. I saw a lot of drinking. Now I know drinking usually gets a negative stigma, but we're on vacation, we're all having a good time. I wonder, how people would think, would it be a positive thing to drink like that? They have things like drink packages and stuff like that, so people were getting drinks for free. So I always wonder, it's like, yes, drinking has its negative effects, and there's been research saying that it does positive things in moderation, specific drinks, blah, 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 right? But would you say it's okay to drink a good amount when you're on vacation, especially if it's free? Now, I'm like here or there, but I think the big thing is about moderation. I guess that's what I want to talk about today. There was multiple points where during my vacation I saw various examples of a lack of moderation. Again, I'll say the drinking. Another thing was also food. Food is everywhere on vacation, especially on a cruise. A lot of it is free, if not all of it is free, if you are smart enough. I would say most of us are. Just money in general, spending. I was at the casino a lot as well, and I'll get into that. But I just kind of want to talk about those three things. Drinking, so like alcohol, food, and then money. Now, all three of those things are fine within moderation. I'm a bartender. I know that's kind of like what I preach. Is like, yeah, who cares if you drink? Have a drink, who cares? Within moderation. Moderation is very important. We'll just start off with drinking. I think it's fine. It's vacation, let loose a little, have fun. But I'm not gonna lie, there were some times I woke up at like 7 a.m. just to get like my little daily crossword. And I saw like some people just sitting at the bar and they're already drinking. And I'm like, to each their own. I'm not a judging person. I'm a curious person, so I always wonder like what was the decision making? Like what gets you to the bar at 7 a.m.? Because I'm curious. I wondered, Besides that, food. I love food. If it wasn't obvious, we've been over this. But food was everywhere, right? And I had to talk to myself and be like, hey, you're on vacation. It's okay to eat. It's okay to eat, right? No one is going to judge you for eating all the free food. That is what it's there for. It's there to be eaten. But I was like talking to myself and I was like, I don't want to gain weight on this trip. And I have gained weight a lot in the past, but a big way I held myself accountable for that was by switching what I would consume or switching into better habits. So for instance, I love food so much that I told myself I would rather drink water like 90% of the time so that I could eat more calories of food. So I did that. I was like, I'm not drinking any more soda. I limited my juices, primarily water 90% of the time. And now I can eat more. And then I thought about it even more and I was like, what if I just like amplified that? What if I also added working out? It doesn't have to be anything serious, but like, let's say I add in a 10-minute run. Generally speaking, a little less than 100 calories, depending on how much you're running, the conditions you're running in, and how much work you're putting into that specific run. But I'd say like less than 100, about 100 calories you're gonna exhaust there. That's a couple extra bites, right? So for me, I add these things in my life and take away some things in my life just to give myself more of what I really like. And I think that ties back a little bit to the alcohol consumption thing as well. maybe there are reservations they're making to where they're able to drink at 7 a.m. in the morning. I don't know. I don't drink at 7 in the morning. But I am curious as to how people put themselves in positions and rationalize it. You know? Again, with moderation comes rationalization. You have to rationalize, you have to produce logic to create a limit for yourself. Hence how I did it with my food thing. And I'll skip into that to go into money. When I was at the... Is this a... Whatever. Sorry, I'm just making sure I'm driving right now. It's probably still a detour, but we're going to try it. When I was at the cruise, there was a casino. And I've never been in a casino before in my life. Never been a gambler, not in the way of legitimately like betting, but I would always be like, this team's gonna win, I'll buy you a drink, or this team's gonna win, I'll get our next meal. Something small like that. Never like full on like raw $500, $500 chips, boom, all of it, take it all. Never done something like proper gambling in a casino, but I was able to try it. And I felt fine trying it because the cruise gave us a little over $100 to spend just however we wanted on the cruise. So, you know what? I was like, free money. Let's just splurge, see what happens, have fun with it. Of course, casino is built to make money. That's how businesses are. So they need to put the players in a losing scenario. Henceforth, most of the games there are going to be rigged. People understand this, and yet they still play, right? That's a whole separate topic. But for me, I'm there to have fun. I have free money that I never had, and if I lose it all, I've never had it, so I didn't lose anything. I'm just having fun, right? That's my rationalization. That's my logic. That's how I moderate my own allowance. My allowance was the free money, right? So I play, whatever. I lose a little bit, but generally speaking, I get back most of the money that was free. So before I didn't have it, but now I do have it. I bought some things, blah, 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 and I made a little bit of money on my vacation. It was fun. But let's put that same scenario into a different perspective. What if I didn't have my own moderation, my own, what do you call it? My own self-control. That's the better word for it. And I spent all the free money, which is still fine, but then I went and started dipping into my own bank account. That's where it becomes a problem, right? Because I've stepped past my initial values and I've said, hey, you know what? Let's really just start gambling now. That's something where if I did that, it would be against my own rules, my own character, at least in that moment. And I think that's the biggest point of what I'm trying to make with these three separate dialogues about my vacation, is that in moderation comes a possibility of excess. And you don't want to put yourself in a position to experience something in excess, because then it taints the experience itself. And I didn't want to taint my experience, so I enjoyed everything in moderation, you know? And I'm really proud of myself for doing that. And I hope just even in this little story time, I guess, that can teach, even if it's a really simple lesson, it could teach people how to move forward in life without pushing your own boundaries too far. I think it's a very good thing to push your boundaries, but not in a sense that you're potentially limiting yourself by overexerting yourself, you know? So I guess with that, just enjoy everything, enjoy lots of things, enjoy small things, enjoy big things. Let's just enjoy things, because that's the point of life. We're here to enjoy things in moderation. Anyways, with that, I will let you guys go, and I hope you guys have an amazing day. Bye-bye.